According to the report, she failed to demonstrate adequate knowledge of the ministry.
The lady has been a director at the Interior State Department, and the fact that maybe during that day she didn't wake up properly so that she can be able to answer the questions does not necessitate us negating.
Because she's from Rift Valley, then it has to be replaced by Rift Valley. I feel that it has to be replaced by the best person possible for the job.
The report tabled by Majority Leader Kimani Ichung'wah, however, cleared the remaining 19, who include Professor Kindiki Kithure, who has been appointed as Cabinet Secretary for Interior, while Dr. Deborah Baraza will take the role of the Cabinet Secretary for Health. Alice Wahoma is set to oversee the Lands Ministry, and Julius Migos has been nominated for Education. The defense docket will be handled by Soipan Tuya, and Andrew Muhia is slated to lead the agriculture sector. Other notable appointments include Eden Duale as Cabinet Secretary for Environment, Eric Murithi Muga for Water, and Davis Chichil for Roads. The list continues with Margaret Nyambura as CS for ICT, John Mbadi for Treasury, Salim Vuria for Trade, Rebecca Miano for Tourism, and Opeo Wandai for Energy. Kipchumba Murkomen is assigned to Youth Affairs, Hassan Joho to Mining, Alfred Mutua to Labor and Social Protection, Wycliffe Oparanya to Cooperatives, and Justin Muturi to Public Service.
We know how they lived and how they have been living. If tomorrow they begin to live certain life which we don't understand, then we will have to question them.
Avoid opulence as much as possible, because that is one of the issues that the Gen Z raised, and we don't want to see it going forward.
Gen Z were asking for good governance. They are asking for competencies. They are asking for people value.
Opio Wandai and John Mbadi, who gave their farewell speeches, promised to dance and sing the bottom-up chorus, which they vehemently opposed.
As I transit to the executive, my doors shall remain open. And we shall continue to engage one another as we together build this country and protect it from any attempts to sabotage it.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. It's a very emotional moment. Imagine a place you have called home for 17 years, continuously. Now you are leaving to another uncharted waters. May I pray that God bless Kenya. It
now means the post-body IBC will prepare to conduct a by-election in Ugunja constituency to replace Wandai, while appointing a nominated MP from the list submitted by ODM before the 2022 general election. President William Ruto will swear in his new cabinet short of 3 tomorrow morning at State House, Nairobi. Joel Chacha, K24 TV, Nairobi.
It will be interesting to see how the likes of John Mbadi implement the same plans they were vehemently opposing. To matters education now, and teachers are set to begin their nationwide industrial action from the 26th of August, a move that will paralyze third-term learning. Issuing a 7-day notice to Teachers Service Commission, the two unions, the Kenya National Union of Teachers and the Kenya Union of Post-Primary Teachers, put aside their disagreements to fight for the rights of teachers. They have made 6 demands that need to be addressed, including the confirmation of JSS teachers and hiring of all intern teachers, promotion of 130,000 teachers, non-remittance of loans and NSSF deductions, and implementing of the 2021-2025 collective bargaining agreement. Red Shumer now reports.
For the second time after a long time, two unions, the Kenya National Union of Teachers NAT and Kenya Union of Post-Primary Teachers KUPPET, put aside their disagreements to fight for the rights of teachers. Come August 26th, before the reopening of schools for third term, teachers have vowed to commence a nationwide strike until their issues are addressed.
Siku saba to address each of these to the satisfaction of our members, failure to which we shall set in motion plans for a nationwide strike starting Monday, 26th of August.
Parents and stakeholders should get ready that we are not going to allow our teachers to go back to school in third term.
They have demanded the implementation of the 13.5 billion shillings second phase of the 2021-2025 collective bargaining agreement, CBA, that was to take effect in July this year. The CBA would have seen an increase in salaries, with the unions demanding that the emoluments for July be remitted immediately.
Remit the teachers' emoluments for July 2024, including basic salaries and allowances, as provided under the agreement.
They also want all intern teachers to be employed under permanent and pensionable terms, with 20,000 more teachers hired, as well as the confirmation of 46,000 JSS teachers.
You remember about the 36,000 that was promoted. The rest of the 130,000 who have stagnated this long should be promoted.
They also claim that TSC has been deducting an SSF on teachers' salaries without remitting the same to the third-party agents, including commercial banks.
Through these acts of omission, teachers are exposed to non-compliance sanctions and a pecuniary embarrassment due to default of the obligations of the TSC.
They have also called for a commitment on a new CBA to address, among other issues, their risk allowances. And in regards to the inaccessibility of healthcare services following the 11 billion shillings budget cut.
We have been told that there is a cut in the medical cover by 50%. And secondly, the group life cover is lost. We don't know where it has gone because teachers used to enjoy group life cover. So this one here is not funded.
It's a now wait-and-see situation if the unions will make good on their threat at a time when the country is facing budget cuts.
For the union makes us strong.
Harriet Chimea, K24.
Power.
Staying with matters education is that students without identification cards can now use their KCSE examination index numbers and ID waiting letters to apply for loans and scholarships. This intervention by the State Department of Higher Learning seeks to ensure that no students from the 2023 Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education cohort will miss out on the new university funding model, despite ongoing austerity measures. Here is Ben Kirira with more.
The number of students applying for government loans and scholarships has surged by 6% in just 24 hours, increasing from 79,038 to 83,922.
The program cost for medicine, the most expensive, is 612,000. For the most vulnerable children in Band 1, the government then provides a scholarship of 70%. What the household will contribute in terms of fees for a medical program in a whole year would be 30,600.
According to Higher Education Principal Secretary Beatrice Inyangala, no student who sat for the 2023 KCSE exams and is awaiting university placement will be denied the opportunity to apply for these financial aids.
We understand the urgency of this matter and assure all stakeholders that the government is working diligently to expedite the issuance of new identity cards.
However, the Principal Secretary has expressed concerns over integrity issues related to the filling out of parents' income details in the application forms. To address this and ensure fairness, the ministry is broadening the means testing instruments.
Our children are declaring that we are earning between 5,000 to 30,000 shillings. No students is indicating that their parents even earn 100,000 shillings.
One of the items that we'll use is the NHIF. You know, the more you get, the more maybe the more you pay in NHIF as a proxy variable that will tell us how much you get.
In response to the increased demand and to ensure that all eligible students have ample time to apply, the deadline for loan and scholarship applications through the Higher Education Loans Board has been extended by 10 days. The new deadline is now set for the 15th of this month.
There is money for upkeep that will be provided for these students. For students in Band 1, the boom would be 60,000 a year. For students in Band 2, the boom would be 55,000. Those in Band 3, 50,000 a year. Band 4, 45,000 a year. And Band 5, 40,000 a year.
The Ministry of Education aims to ensure that 122,000 students, including those from underprivileged backgrounds, apply for these loans. The initiative is part of a broader aim to provide equitable access to higher education for all students, regardless of their socio-economic status. Ben Kerera, K24, Nairobi.
Cheza kama wewe na cheza sita. Ushinde hadi mara 5,000 ya beti yako teke teke. Yes, and it